Hello guys, today we are going to create a simple snake game in Scratch. So let's begin. The first thing, like always, is we're going to delete our default sprite. Okay. And then we're going to go to choose a sprite. We're going to go to paint a sprite this time because we have to make it perfect like a snake for us. Okay, so we'll go to the fill color section. I'm going to make the color 0 and saturation 100 and brightness 100 as well. Okay, so I'm going to choose this square or rectangle tool. I'm going to make a large line like this. You can see how big your line is here. Okay, so I'm just going to make this line. And next, I'm going to click on here and change the sprite's name as player. Okay, now let's go for the codes over here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to events. When green flag is clicked, forever block, go to motion, move 10 steps, and I'm going to change this 10 steps. Wait, I'm going to change this 10 steps to 3 steps. Okay. Now, what this does is it helps our sprite go 3 steps in continuation. It doesn't stop like this. Okay, so that's what we're doing with this command here. Now we're going to make an arrow key command. So first we take when green flag is clicked, forever, if then, and key space pressed, right arrow, change x by 10. Okay, again, if then, sensing, key space pressed, now left arrow, motion, change x by -10. Okay. Now again, control, actually if then, and sensing, key space pressed. Now we're going to go with the up arrow and change y by 10, and if then block again. Okay, so sensing, key space pressed. Now I'm going to go with the down arrow to complete our whole 4 arrow system and change y by 10. Don't forget to change it to -10. Okay, now let's test it. But before we test it, just think, it's gonna move continuously in one spot. How can we make it change? It's not gonna change because it's given the orders to move directly to one spot. So now we have to try to make it turn when we click the arrow. So for that, we're gonna go back to when green flag is clicked. Okay, we're gonna go to forever block. Okay, and if then, and under that another if then, and under that another if then, and under that another if then. I'm gonna make 4 if thens like this in a row. Okay, and I'm gonna go to sensing, key space pressed, and I'm going to take this as a right arrow. Again, key space pressed, take this as a left arrow, key space pressed, take this as a up arrow, key space pressed, take this as a down arrow. Now we want to make the direction change, not our movement through the arrows. So I'm going to go to the pointing direction 90 for the right, and I'm going to keep pointing direction 90 for the left, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to turn this knob to the opposite way, so it's -90. Okay guys, and then again point direction 90. This time it's up, so I have to go for 0, and over here it's down, so I have to change it to down, which makes it 180. Okay, now let's test it. Okay, so basically what happens is when I click up, it changes upward. So here goes nothing. Okay. Oh, okay. It works perfectly. Like you can see, if I click on the arrow keys, they move to their specific location. So I click up, it goes up. Click down, it goes down. If I click left, it goes left. If I click right, it goes right. So now this is the simple movement of the game. Now we have to concentrate on the actual game. Okay guys, so let's go to choose a sprite, and I'm going to choose this apple. It's a bit humongous, so I'm going to change the size to 50. No, I'm going to change to 40 this time. Yes, this will be perfect. So this is going to be the apple, and I want this apple to be as a point for us. Okay, it's going to be a point, a score. So when green flag is clicked, forever, if then block, sensing, touching, and touching player, then go to random position, and we want a sound also appear. So I'm gonna play sound chomp until done. Okay, and now we want a score to come. So we're gonna go to variables, make a variable. So I'm gonna name it score. Okay, score. Now we're gonna take our variable. So I'm gonna take this, change score by 1. I'm gonna add it up here. So now what happens is, when our snake bites it, it makes a chomp sound, as well as it makes the score come up and it goes to a different position. So let's test this game, okay? So here's our score, okay, and perfect. Oh, okay. Okay. So now that that's over, I want to make it as if we make the snake die or lose points when it touches the edge. And I don't want the score to always be 5. I want it to change when we restart the game. So when green flag is clicked, variables, set score to 0. So what this does is, when I start the game, the score goes 0. Okay, so now let's find out how to destroy the score when the snake touches the edge. So here what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go to player first. We'll go down, events, when green flag is clicked, forever, and an if then, and touching mouse pointer, and I'm going to change it to edge, then set score to 0. Now what happens when the snake eats apples but he touches the edge, his score goes to 0. Okay, now that the game's over, let's make a nice background. I'm going to go to paint the background. I want a dark wallpaper to match so that the red looks nice on everything. So I'm going to go to fill and put the brightness to 0. Okay, and take the fill bucket option and convert to vector material. Okay, now perfect. Now let's test our game. So what we want to do should work perfectly now. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so the apples and all are working. Now we're going to check if the score goes down. Yes, it goes. Oh, okay, 1. Oh, I lost my score. Okay, so now that we know it's working, we can now create a successful snake game in Scratch. Thank you for watching my videos and have a good day.